Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got a pretty big pickups video for you here. A lot of really like miscellaneous kind of strange things. It's been kind of dry out there finding a lot of retro stuff, but I did find some pretty cool items. And the first thing I wanted to show you is actually something that came from my in-laws place. This is so strange. We're basically what's going to end up happening for my life is this retro dungeon is going to have to change because I'm going to be buying my in-laws house, and part of buying their place is completely renovating it. So in doing so, I had to like clear out the kitchen and everything like that. I was clearing out all the cupboards and I came across these, and this is so cool because these have never been used, and they are a set of the Burger King Star Wars from 1980 Empire Strikes Back set. And it's like the full set, so there's like all 4 glasses there, and it's like in the actual thing, which is weird because I thought they were released sort of like on a daily kind of thing, or not a daily, like a weekly kind of idea, or monthly, or whatever it was. But it seems to me like they got a set of 4 of them, and they were just sitting like in a bag up in part of the shelf that you couldn't even really access because there was so much other stuff in there, and they had been sitting there since like basically 1980. So that was pretty cool right there. I got that one, and then I also got an extra one of the Lando one, which I have sitting over there, but basically I don't know if that one was ever used. It was just separate, but this full set here is going to be something I'll be putting on display for the rest of my life. I thought that was super wicked to find at their place for sure. And everything else here is pretty much video game related, so I'll get into this here. First thing I want to show you is a couple of manuals that I picked up. Really cool, because I used to have this system back in the day, and I don't have one yet. I don't know if I'm going to be able to really get into collecting for it. It's kind of hard to collect for, but that's the Commodore 64. So I got a user manual for the Commodore 64, and I also got an intelligent and intelligible guide for the inquisitive adult Commodore 64, like a manual of how to do different kinds of program or whatever. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like a little tongue-in-cheek like jokes and stuff like that in this one, so it's kind of cool. It just has like little cartoons or like little jokes and things in it as well, like I guess to break up the monotony of, you know, figuring out like how a nested loop works or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, these 2 manuals, I can't remember what I paid for them. I think they were like a few bucks each, but really cool. I remember having this one, but this is really neat too, and just for a flip through, I thought it was definitely worth that. So that was pretty cool right there. I'm trying to figure out what to look at next here. Also picked up, because this is like one of my ultimate games of all time, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Love this game, so I picked this up. Again, I think this was, trying to think, this was like $1 or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was really low though, maybe a couple dollars maximum. It's pretty cool. I don't know if it's all there. It looks like the map and everything is in here, so really neat just for that fact. And you know, just loved that game back in the day, so really nice right there. And then also picked up a copy of the Vice City guide as well. They both came out on the same day, so that was really neat. I just love flipping through these and checking out, like, you know, all the different the layouts and everything like that. It's super cool. So I thought I'd grab those guides. Always good to have those anyway. And then a couple more guides. These were picked up well after those ones. It's just been that long since I've done a video for you guys here, but pretty cool. First one here is Banjo-Tooie. So that's like the official Nintendo Power Guide for that. Kind of neat, and it's in pretty great shape. Actually, all colors, just beautiful. Beautiful guide, so couldn't turn that down. I think that was like $3 or something like that. And then at the same time, I also picked up a copy of Diddy Kong Racing guide, which kind of interesting because I don't know how much you would need a guide for a racing game, but you know, I guess there's some hints and tricks and whatnot in that, so pretty cool. And again, that's, you know, official Nintendo Power kind of guide, so really neat to find those, you know, in the thrift shop kind of idea. Moving on, go into this here. I picked up, and this is really strange, it's an Outrun 2019 plug and play. It's for the Sega Genesis, and I think it's the only thing on it, because I mean, the controller on it is shaped like a steering wheel. Nobody bothered to ever open this. I don't know if I'm going to hold on to it. It's made by Radica. I never really played that game before, so I thought it might be kind of interesting, but you know, it's basically like one of those little plug and play kind of systems. I don't think it's ever been opened, but I mean, that's possible that it might have been, but you know, it's nicely back in there anyways, so that's pretty cool. And that one there, I paid, what was it? I think it was $5 for that, so kind of cool right there. And then I also picked up something which I kind of sort of on the fence about, and that is this one called the Versus Max Play, and it's another plug and play kind of thing. And I thought it was, you know, because it has like the Famicom kind of thing where you could put like Famicom games in there. I thought, you know, this might have like a lot of those built-in Famicom games that you can't really get here in North America, or you know, ones that you know, are just like unique or whatever. So I picked it up, and it turns out every single game on these are all like rip-off kind of games. Like they're ROM hacks, I guess is what you would call them, that they're putting on here. So kind of interesting nonetheless. I mean, it's pretty cool because the has like triggers on it, so they're actually light guns as well. If you had like light gun games, you could use them, so pretty neat. Not a big loss there. It was $8 for it, but I figured, you know, I'd give it a shot and see what it was all about. I tested it out, it does work, so that's kind of neat right there. Since I'm sort of in like controller mode here, I guess I'll show you what I picked up yesterday. And that was a whole bunch of original Xbox controllers, but they're like the color variant kind of ones. So of course now I gotta unravel everything to give you a good look at it, but here we go. So yeah, I picked up 2 of these actually, pretty nice. Both were, they're $6 each, all these controllers, so 2 of those. And then also at the same time, I don't know what was going on there that day, there was a green one in the same sort of area as well, so kind of nice. And again, that was $6. It's pretty sweet. And then the last one is one of the crystal version ones, which you know, is like Canadian variant, I guess. I don't know if you, I think someone mentioned you could get these in the States, it's just the systems you couldn't get, but there's the crystal controller as well. So basically, you know, $6 each for those. Pretty good deal all around, and you know, I got some points on my card as well for buying them, so definitely worth it. Next thing here is in this little bag here. I can't remember how long ago I got this, but I did pay $4 for it, but it's definitely worth it. It has a one of the Guitar Hero drum dongles in it. These ones don't sell for as much as the guitar ones, but I'll still try to flip that one, you know, on the eBay. And then also in here is one of the Rock Band guitar type ones. I can't remember the exact model number of these, but these tend to sell for like 15 to 20 bucks. So, and they're easy to flip on eBay because they're kind of like pretty light, and you know, you can ship it easy. So that's kind of why I picked those up. And then there's a bunch of other random stuff in here, like some weird USB, I don't even know what this is. I think it's like a speaker or something. I don't know, a bunch of other junk that probably not really that interested in, but yeah, so that was that part of it. And then let's see what else we got here. Yeah, so a whole bunch of games actually that I picked up recently. Today I picked up this right here, which is, I'm not sure which version of Halo 3 this is, but it's a Steelbook version of it, so that's pretty cool right there. And it was only $5, so why not? Let's see here. I feel like there might be something missing there, like there should have been an extra disc or something, because there's a piece of padding right there. But there's the Essentials disc, so it might actually need like a, I don't know, like a actual game disc. I'm not totally certain. And there's also like an empty spot here, so something is definitely missing, but it has like the manuals and things, so I figured I could piece it together when I needed to. But the cool part is, you know, it actually has like the this art book or whatever inside here, which is kind of neat. Well, not really art book, it's more like an explanatory kind of thing, but it's still cool nonetheless. Explains all the different you know, monsters or whatever in it, so that's pretty cool right there. I'm sure I can piece it together, the rest of it. Just couldn't really leave that behind for $5. I thought it was kind of neat, and the tin itself is in like perfect shape, so that's pretty sweet right there. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember which days I got which ones of these, but anyways, I'll just go through them because they're all $5 games. First one is SOCOM US Navy SEALs, and normally I wouldn't pick that up for $5, but this one is like brand new. It even has like the hang tab on the back of it, so there must be somebody out there that wants, like, you know, sealed games for PlayStation 2, so figured I'd pick that up. And then also a game I've been on the lookout for a while, and I have it on the PSP, but I really wanted to get it on the PS3 and just never really saw it at a price point that I was willing to pay. But I got Mod Nation Racers, so that's kind of cool right there. I don't know about like online type of thing anymore with this, but it's cool nonetheless, because I really just like to play probably like the single player version of that. Also picked up on another day the Nightmare Before Christmas on the Xbox. This is always a good Xbox game to pick up. This one's really fun if you haven't checked it out. I've checked it out before. I really enjoyed playing through it. I didn't play all the way through it, but I really did enjoy playing it, so I thought I would grab that and be something that I'd end up flipping eventually here. And then I also picked up something called American McGee Presents Scrapland. Don't know a whole lot about this necessarily. It sort of got like mixed reviews, I think, for it, but I'd never heard of it and figured I'd check it out. But a little dinged up on the manual, but pretty good nonetheless. So pretty nice right there. And then of course I'm never going to turn this game down if I can find it, and that's Mario Kart Wii. So pretty cool. It is missing its manual, though it has like some other kind of stuff in there, like the different whatever it is, like Nintendo Club points that are useless now and all that. And it's in great shape, so that's pretty nice right there. That's going to be something to recoup some funds here. And then I actually picked up a couple of NES games, which is kind of interesting because you don't really see them all the time these days. First one here I picked up today, and it's just a copy of Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, which we're like, why would you pay $5 for Mario Bros. Duck Hunt? That's pretty much what it goes for. But I was just looking for it for the sleeve because I want that for my collection, and I'll just put that with a system or something. And it's a little bit dusty, but it looks pretty, like a pretty clean copy, like it's in good shape. I saw an NES there that they had you know, like a couple days before kind of thing, and it was just really grimy and disgusting, so I kind of left it behind, and they were charging a little too much for the condition that it was in. But that must have been the game that came with it. I was really hoping other games would come out that went with that system, but unfortunately that seems to be the only one that came out, which, you know, is still pretty good because I really wanted that sleeve and I won't lose anything on that, so pretty nice. And then I also picked up a copy another day of Deadly Towers for $5. It basically goes for the same, so that's just a little more like trade fodder kind of thing if anybody's looking for that. This one doesn't really get great reviews. I think AVGN did a video on that, and you know, it pretty much tarnishes anyone's perspective on any kind of game, but pretty much its general consensus is this game is not the greatest or anything like that, but still, you know, $5. Hard to turn down NES games for $5 these days. And then the last item, I know I'm kind of zipping right through this here, trying to go as fast as possible, just because, you know, it's been kind of a lot of build up and lots of stuff here, so just wanted to kind of get through this. But this is another thing I found when I was also cleaning out my in-laws' place. It's really cool. It's a Japanese version Game Boy Advance, and it's that gold variant of it, so it's really cool. It's like all in Japanese on the back. I'm wondering how my sister, like this was in my sister-in-law's old bedroom, I was wondering how she got this. It's kind of strange, but it was sitting there covered in dust, and I've cleaned it off obviously, and it's all, you know, in there. I mean, she did use it and everything. Let me see if I can get in here without damaging anything, but let's see. So yeah, I was just sitting there when I was cleaning out like a whole bunch of stuff, and I found it. That was pretty sweet. There's like manuals and everything in there, and then there's the system, and it's like, she even kept a bag for it, but it's like perfectly mint. Like the screen's like absolutely perfect on it, and it even has batteries in it, so pretty cool. And it powers up, so that's pretty sweet. And then in it also is a copy of Super Mario Advance, so not too bad at all for you know, just sifting through a bunch of stuff to find things. I don't have to really see this one that often, so pretty cool right there. And obviously nice and boxed, so I'm gonna put that up on the shelf next to my purple indigo type of one, so pretty happy with that all around. I think that's everything this time around. If not, it's going to show up in the next pickup video. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I'll see you all later.